Welcome back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest tonight spent 3 terms in Congress, 2 terms as mayor of Chicago, and as the former chief of staff to President Barack Obama. Please welcome to The Late Show, Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Nice to see you again. Please have a seat.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's nice to have you here. Certainly a change from the old days. You personally shut down all Democrats from talking to me on the Colbert Report because you thought it was a bad idea for them to talk to me just because I would make jokes about them. Yeah. Sir, have you no decency?
It's not a career builder.
Why, is your career over now? Is that why
No, I was talking about them.
Oh, okay. Now, you're no longer mayor of Chicago. You're not holding public office right now, so you don't have to watch what you say. Not that you ever did that much.
I was going to say, yeah, that was not really... I don't think you have to worry about that.
But now you can prepare to be Rombo again, the neutron Rahm. Just blow up the place.
Where's Waldo?
Let's talk about the debate tonight. You worked for Presidents Clinton and President Obama. I'm sure you did a lot of debate prep for those two guys. Who got close to their level tonight? Who impressed you on stage?
You know, President Obama had, yes, we can.
Yep.
President Clinton had, as you know, put people first. We have, damn it, I wrote the bill. So that's kind of the closest.
You think Bernie last night had the best moment of the two nights?
No, I think...
Endorsing Bernie, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that will not help Bernie right now, given his base. So here's what I think. I think Democrats love to fall in love. Republicans fall in line. And we're not yet in love. We're still dating. And that's the process right now.
Okay.
There's a lot more debates. And we're going to still date.
How many more dates before?
A while.
Really?
Nobody's ready to come. Nobody's ready to come home and see the in-laws yet.
No one's gonna jumping in the sack after tonight.
No. We got a while.
Not
I see you and I and everybody. We love this every inch. We're measuring every 25 yards, etc. This is a marathon. There's a long way to go here. So I'm out of metaphors. I got marriage, I got dating, and I got marathon. That's it, man. I got nothing else on you.
So what are the stakes at this stage of the campaign? Because we're still 16 months away from the election. We're still 6 months away from the first primary. What do you think of having debates this early? Is it a good idea? Yeah, I think, first of all, take a look at Joe Biden. I think the debates are going to make him a better candidate. And if not, he's not going to be the nominee. But I do think the debates... Now, why do you think that? Because he'll build up a callus? Because he's getting slapped around out there. But he has got... Well, here's the way they slather him with blood and they throw him into a pit of piranhas out there. Yeah. I'm not saying that he can't hold his own. What I'm saying is that they are going for him hard. Here's the thing you got to know. Yeah, they are. But that's good for Joe because he has to prove he can take it because it's not like Trump's going to go easy on you. And the second is, if you can't handle the campaign, trust me, it's not like it gets easier in the Oval Office. Okay, so how you campaign is how you govern? Now, if you can't handle the campaign, there's a best preparation because that in the Oval Office, it is all incoming 24/7. I mean, Kennedy had this great quote, when you're president, you have to choose between bad and worse. You got to be able to take it constantly. It's coming at you at every way. You got to have really an excellent chief of staff. Really good chief of staff. That's number one, okay? And if you got that, everything's at ease, man. Yeah. Podesta did do a great job. I got to say that. He really did do a really good job. Because the first 2 years, they were easy. They really were. Oh, yeah, it was a recession, financial crisis, auto industry, but outside of that, in the 2 longest wars, we kind of cruised right through it. So, by the way, between those two guys, between Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, both sharp as a tack, who's the better debater in your opinion? Who would have won a debate between those two cats? And yes, I just called them cats, Daddy-O. Yeah. You probably get thrown off the debate stage for that. Oh, really? Yeah. I think, well, first of all, they're totally different. Totally different. You're not going to answer this question. That's correct. Bill Clinton is the best. Here's if you want to beat Bill Clinton's the best tactical person I've ever seen in politics. Yep. And if you want to beat him, 2 things. One, start the debate at 10 a.m. Not happening. Okay? Because the guy's still up at 3 in the morning making phone calls. Okay. Sure. Okay. Number 2, make him answer each of the questions first. He is really good. If you go first, then he can figure it out. Kind of picks apart what you're saying. Well, yeah, he's got that.
President Obama, I think, he's also a very good debater, and he first of all, both made it to the Oval Office, and the first 2 Democrats to get reelected since Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Okay. And that's not inconsequential.
Nah. So of the people you saw tonight, because again, well, I guess again, it was 10 people both nights. Yeah. Of the people you saw tonight, who should have gotten the hook halfway through? Who should be sent a dead fish wrapped in newspaper? What is, who do you think did really hurt themselves tonight?
Well, first of all, it's going to happen because you got to score like 2% in 3 different polls. You got to have 150,000 contributors.
I mean, for September on the next round.
Yeah, in the kind of, you know, what I would say the cattle round in Houston. I think it's going to be down to 1 night in Houston. In fact, I think it's going to be cut dramatically.
Oh, that would be delightful because doing these things live is killing me.
Yeah. Well, here's what I would say. You know, what I will say is down quickly to about 5 candidates. I think last night you had...
Who are the 5?
I got 4.5 for you, brother. So here's what I would say. It's an inside joke that he'll tell you about later.
Yes, exactly.
Well, last night I would say that Bernie Sanders was Robin to Elizabeth Warren's Batman. That's what happened last night, and they were taking. And Elizabeth Warren is.
I do not want to picture Bernie in skin-tight lycra. Thank you.
Well, as a former ballet dancer, I know what people look like in leotard and tights there. So second is, I would say that, and I think all the other candidates just never measured up. A couple people, I think, obviously Biden, Kamala Harris. I think Mayor Pete is there. I think that Cory Booker is there.
Did a good job tonight.
I think Marianne's going to make it.
Marianne Williamson, yes.
She's tried out for Surgeon General. That's where I'm going with that cabinet post.
Her spirit will make it all the way. We have to take a quick break. Please stay. You've come all this way. We'll be right back with more Rahm Emanuel and the rest of the debate. Stick around.